Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Pankatsu Akuma. So, this is a Tuesday. If you guys haven't really been catching up with all the playthroughs that I've been making, I was supposed to make a new episode for this yesterday. But I kinda got addicted to playing Amayui Labyrinth Macer, so I was recording more Amayui yesterday. For a really long time too, because there was like a super insane boss that I had to fight. And it took me a long time to actually win. But yeah, today's not a gym day, so I am going to be recording 2 episodes for Pankatsu Akuma here. So, I am going to say though that Pankatsu Akuma it's not a bad read. But I do think these sorta guilty pleasure sorta read, they're not really something that I would get invested very much. So I was thinking about the reason why I got super addicted to Amayui. One is that the gameplay is fun, that's true. But two is also because a lot of the things that they bring up in that game really feels like it struck a chord with me. Like a lot of the themes that they're trying to show, a lot of the problems, right? It struck a chord to me, and unlike this game where it gives you some like problems that is pretty interesting, like say what happened with Emery here. It was pretty interesting about how she didn't really know how to understand love, and that, you know, even if you love someone, you can't really understand what love truly is. They kind of just shoehorned the solution. Like, the solution is basically to not think too much about it, or, you know, they kind of deus ex machina the solution. And that never felt right to me. But for what it is, for what this game is supposed to be, which is just a fapping game, it does its job, as I said. But I definitely don't think this is what I look for when I play a game, right? I think I definitely look for something like Amayui a lot more than this one. The same was with Princess X. Like, Princess X had a lot of interesting problems that they bring up, but a lot of the solution was really obscure and weird, and doesn't really make sense. But okay, enough about that. Let's me actually talk about the last episode recap. So in the last episode, I didn't actually talk too much because it was a side route that I didn't really like, which is Reika-san. I don't really have much to say about it. I wasn't even like voice acting any of the 8 scenes on that one. But yeah, good riddance, Reika-san. I really did not like her or her route. So we are just gonna do Riria right now, and after that we're gonna go with Rin, and then Arla, and then we're gonna finish off with you. I still think we're gonna do the fan disc for this game, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we're gonna start Riria right here. So let's see what Riria is gonna bring to the table. I'm starting to feel some real fatigue. I heaved a tired sigh and sit in the shade to rest for a moment. I see Thomas still the same, like, I remember she was doing the same thing in another route. Well, it's good to see Tama-chan still full of energy. Tama-chan continues her usual caterwauling. Not sure what that is. She may be pretty old, but she certainly does act young. My AC is busted, by the way, guys, so yesterday I didn't really sleep a lot because it was just so fucking hot. So I don't think the service guys are gonna come here until this sundown, probably about 6 p.m. or something. But they're probably gonna call me ahead of time when they're underway. But if they're here, I will be excusing myself for a bit, but only for like 1 second for you guys, since I'll be pausing the recording. I guess that goes to show how strong she is, in her own way. But yeah, I wasn't really having a lot of sleep yesterday, so man, I need to catch up on some sleep today. They do say children are outdoor creatures, after all. Oh, Riria. Riria bows over toward me in a nonchalant manner. Kinda. Figured I'd sit here and rest for a bit. Being dragged all over the dorm was exhausting. Fun, but exhausting. Enough to warrant crying out with joy, one might say. My enter key, come on. Enter! I don't know what's wrong with my enter key, guys. It's not doing its thing. I'm trying my best to click on it. There we go. Go right ahead. She moves over and plops onto the ground beside me. Then she reveals a grin so wide that it might have been drawn on paper and glued to her face. Every bit of her expression reveals that she's clearly enjoying herself. You sure seem happy today. Good point. Well, I'm glad you're having fun. That means it was worth the effort to bring you here. I'm not really a beach guy, so I probably wouldn't be having fun going to the beach. I prefer just staying at home, thank you. Playing my video games. True enough. Yeah, all of this is thanks to Tama-chan's handiwork. Bow before the gracious behemoth. Hey now, that's starting to sound like a eulogy. I don't know what a eulogy is. Not that communicating with her in this state is much more effective than with a dead person. I wonder if she'll be back to normal by sunset. I can't help but feel worried that she won't. Hmm? What's up? Yeah? What about it? Riria fidgets as her face reddens. I see nervous tears welling up in her eyes, which are darting from side to side. What could she be finding so difficult to say to me? Oh, sorry about that. How does that actually relate to what you're talking about? Being at the beach doesn't necessarily mean you're you're having fun because I'm with you. Oh. Riria peers at me with upturned eyes. I feel my face flush involuntarily in response to that look. I don't usually get flustered when interacting with Riria, but now she's got my heart beating faster. Oh yeah, we did hit the beach a lot, didn't we? A favorite pastime of ours that went by the wayside once our parents started coming home less often. I guess we just found ourselves with fewer chances to do it. But that's exactly why I'm as glad as she is that we had the chance to come here today. Well, sure, I don't mind that, but personally, I wonder if we should invite Reika-san too. Yeah, neither of us have had many chances to see her ever since we moved into the dorm, right? And she seems kind of worried about how you're doing, so why not show her some appreciation? No. Why would your mind immediately drift to that? I personally don't want to see it, but Bren probably wants to see it. This is like reminding me of those times when my friend in high school was saying about how like there's this hot teacher in class and I'm like, what? I don't understand his feeling. But he said he masturbated to the teacher. I'm like, what? Reika-san in a swimsuit. No, there's a thought. That sounds like a real treat. To be frank, that sounds infinitely better than seeing Tama-chan in one. Okay, well, if you're not a fan of that idea, then we can just go without her.
やったー。じゃあ今度来た時何しようかな。りんちゃんが言ってたんだけど、今度ここを使う時事前に言っておいてくれればいろいろ用意してくれるって。だから私ね、レン君と海でやってみたいことがあるんだよ。
Oh, like what?
かき氷を食べる。
That sounds pretty normal to me.
むしろそれがいいの。
Okay, works for me.
あとレン君とボートに乗ってみたいな。
Spending some time at sea on a boat with her sounds nice. Swaying with the waves, forgetting about the passage of time. I think I'd really enjoy that.
よーし、レン君、じゃあ約束ね。
Yep, you got it. As I agree, a single question pops into my mind. Hey Riria, there's one problem with that I have to ask about.
問題点？
I'm willing to bet the other girls will follow us out here. They wouldn't let us go out here alone if they could help it. And chances are, it'll be as loud and chaotic a scene as the one we had today.
それはそれで楽しいからいいよ。
You're so innocent sometimes. Good girl.
レン君によしよしされるのは好きだけど、別に私はいい子でもなんでもないのですよ。
Well, true. You did. You were the first one to approach us with that, boob job, or I forgot if it was a boob job or just a blow job. You aren't? I can't really agree with that.
いつでも抜け駆けのことを考えてる悪い子です。虎視眈々って感じなのですよ。だって
Oh, sorry about that.
レン君を誰にも取られたくないって気持ちは一番強いもん。
Yeah, also the fact that these harem type of stories are just... I'm really not into harems, guys. Like, to me, it just doesn't make sense that these... If the guy was worthy of a harem, that I could understand, but Ren is, like, not someone who's really amazing in any way. He's just a normal, average guy. The fact that this guy has a harem, to me, it's just weird. Riria's got it rough on her end too, huh? Like, back in the day, I used to watch harem animes and read these sort of harem, like, games, but nowadays, I just feel like they're just weird. Like, even in Amayui, even though it's technically a harem, I really dislike all the other girls when they approach me other than Fia. Though I guess the cause of that lies with me. What am I supposed to say to her, though? Encouraging her or pledging support in some way would be strange, given how she feels about me. This was a fun day. In the end, all I can say to her is a standard, inane answer.
そうだね。
We sit and watch the waves while I ponder what's happened between us lately.
ってまるでもう今日が終わったみたいな言い方だよ。私はまだまだ遊ぶつもりだよ。ああ、リリネずるい。抜け駆けはずるい。別に抜け駆けってわけじゃあるけど。でも一応休憩という名目なんだから。それじゃあもう十分に休憩はしたよね。レンさんたちもこっちで一緒に遊びましょう。
Yeah, let's do that. Enough resting on the sidelines, let's join them. Come on, Ruria. I stand up and run out toward the others. This time, though, I do while gripping Ruria's hand in mine as if it were the most natural thing in the world. I said this in the Amayui playthrough, guys, but I don't know if I said it yet on this playthrough, but I feel like I'm one of those people that's not ready for love to some capacity. Like, I love myself, but I feel like loving someone is something that I have a hard time doing. Like, even if I love someone, I don't think I'll be able to love them more so than myself. Okay, I heard you. No need to call me a million times.
もう気づいてるなら返
I was just lounging about doing nothing in my room before Riria barged in just now. She came wearing her full-on succubus outfit, which I'm still not quite used to seeing. I mean, how can I get used to that? It looks way too much like sexy lingerie. So, what do you want this late? The sun's already completely set. Nightfall is far behind us.
一緒におしゃべりでもしませんですか？
Talked. Doesn't have to be my room though. We can just talk in the living room.
おいしいジュースでも飲みながらねね
Sure. I don't mind. Still, you know, this seems kind of forced for you.
いいから気にしない気にしないよーしじゃあ早速飲もうドドドン
Riria sings and pulls out a dark brown bottle. I'm sure she just said the word juice a second ago. But that isn't any kind of juice. And Riria, isn't that alcohol you're holding? I know very little about this stuff, but I'm not totally ignorant. But what she's poured into those definitely does not look like juice. That much I can easily tell.
レン君気づくの早すぎ
Too quickly. I'm pretty sure I'd noticed the instant I took a sip.
バレないよバレないつもりだったんだもんせっかくバレにくくて甘いお酒をチョイスしてきたのに
Welp, I was right. It's actual booze. I mean, I've never gotten drunk drinking beer, guys, so usually the drinks with these like sweeteners and whatnot are really low in alcohol content, so I don't actually know how people get drunk out of those. Maybe, like, I understand that people have different tolerances to alcohol and stuff, but I guess I just naturally have a higher tolerance to it. To me, I would get sick of beer before I can actually get drunk out of it. Because, you know, beer just makes you full. Why are you trying to trick me?
だってどうしてもレン君とお酒が飲みたかったんだもん
Yeah, sure. Sharing a drink, huh?
ダメ
I have no good memories where alcohol is involved, to tell the truth. There's no situation, good or bad, that alcohol can't make worse. Worse, as in six-way handjob worse. Not that it was an entirely bad experience, to be clear.
ちょっとだけだからねえねえねえちょっとだけならいいでしょ
Well, if we keep it down to one glass, then sure. I'll overlook your attempt to trick me, and I did say okay before.
やったー
The first rule of consuming alcohol is not to drink so much that the bottle devours you instead. However, I hardly expect a high chance of something particularly bad happening between us over one glass. With that in mind, it just feels awkward if I were to decline now. Did I go too easy on Riria, typo?
計画通り
Hmm? Sorry? Did you say something?
なんでもないよなんでも
Now I'm starting to feel a bit more uneasy about this.
乾杯
And so, our little two-person party begins. A sweet-smelling liquor pours out from the bottle into each cup. A single perfect sphere of ice floating on top gives a pleasantly fancy feel to the picture. We each take a sip. As expected, a wave of sweetness skips over my tongue. What kind of liquor is this anyway?
カルーアミルクコーヒーのリキュールと牛乳で作ったカクテルだよ
Doesn't really fit the image I had of alcohol.
これコーヒー牛乳みたいで美味しいよね
I don't drink coffee milk, Riria. I drink my coffee black. That's just too much calories for coffee. If I want milk, I'll just drink milk. If I want coffee, I'll drink coffee. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what it's like. I can hardly even taste the alcohol, making this very easy to drink. But we're not about to get drunk on just one, are we?
さあ大統領もっとグイッと飲んじゃってくださいまだまだいっぱいおかわりもあるよ
Yeah, I can see that, but it's alcohol, so I think I'll keep it to a minimum.
もうレン君にもっと飲んでほしいのに
Yeah, I think what Ruri is doing is very carefully planned here. She's very calculative.
あいいこと思いついた レン君、一緒にスティルゲームしよう。
What's that? Steal game? I tilt my head quizzically, having never heard the praise before. What kind of game could she be talking about?
ではレン君に説明いたしましょう。まず相手に質問をするの。例えば、お酒は飲んだことある？みたいな感じで、その質問に経験があるか未経験かどうかで答えるの。未経験だった場合はお酒を一口飲むのです。
Okay. I see, okay. So it's the kind of game where you learn about the other person as you play. So in other words, the point is to ask about things you think the other person has never done.
そういうこと。じゃあ早速私から質問するね。レン君はエッチしたことある？
I mean, duh, we've already done that six-way hand job thing. Of course we have. Seriously? Why even start with that question?
いいから早く答えるの。ハリー。
Do the things we've done so far count as adult things for her? If not, then the answer is a definite no. I've never hit a home run, so to speak. I lift my cup to my lips instead of answering. You're being dumb, Ren. Just because you haven't had sex yet doesn't mean you haven't done any sexual things.
レン君は童貞さん。
To me, those are the same thing. See, my values on this game, like on certain things in this game that my values are just way too different from Ren, guys. Ren's values are way too different. I feel like when I'm playing Amayui, Avero's values and mine are pretty much similar. And it's a really refreshing take. Shit. Because I don't think I've read a lot of like a story where the main character has similar values to mine. I feel so defeated for some reason when she says it like that. Like it's really interesting when you have someone who's a very different values compared to you when you're reading about a main character or whatnot, but it's also very interesting to find someone who's very similar to me because I've never found one before. Like Yuji from Grisaya is similar, but not very similar because I don't know his experiences. I can't really relate to his experiences, but in Avero's case, I feel like I more or less am you know, kinda like the experiences that we have is pretty much the same about our families, about our relationships. The only difference is that he found Fia, I don't have Fia. And that's why I'm pretty jealous of him. But now I realize that this may turn out to be more fun than I initially thought. Okay, my turn. Might as well return the question to you. Have you ever done it with a boy?
ないよ。
She stutters for a second before taking a sip. So if I was in Ren's shoes, I probably wouldn't even play this game because what's the point of making her drunk?
じゃあ次はまた私が質問する番だね。レン君は誰かと付き合ったことある？
All of these questions are definitely stuff that I'm gonna say no to, huh? I've never been in a relationship in my life. And so, I wordlessly take another sip. So far, Riri has only asked questions about things she knows I've never done. What exactly is she trying to do here? Oh, now I get it. She's trying to get me to drink way more than just one cup. She means to get me plastered. I get the feeling that if she doesn't reach her limit before I do, nothing good will come of it. We grew up together. My intuition is more than capable of picking up on the danger. Okay, have you ever dated anyone then?
もうレン君さっきから私と同じ質問ばっかり。もちろん未経験です。
I obviously knew that as well. I've known her too long to have missed such a moment in her life. Point is, I know quite a lot about Riria. But that's exactly why I know I can't afford to let her drink me under the table.
よーし、次はまた私の番だね。
We continue the back and forth of the steel game. 30 minutes later,
なんだかフラフラしてきちゃった。あー なんだか今の私ならトランスフォームできそうな気がする。
What are you talking about? Riri is clearly stumbling drunk. That's a word? I don't think she's actually had that much to drink yet. Maybe she's just weak to alcohol. I can't imagine this much getting her dizzy otherwise. That's because you're not even remotely used to drinking, silly girl. I didn't know Riri had pretty much never had alcohol before. I mean, that sounds like Riri's character, so I shouldn't be surprised, but still. Honestly, I shouldn't have let myself get carried away and made her drink so much. I spare myself a moment of inward reflection. Riria, this has nothing to do with the game, but... seriously, you're hiding something, aren't you? Enter? I'm pressing my enter key so hard, like... It's strange for you to rope me into a game out of nowhere to make me drink. To say nothing of your, outfit selection. Riria has always been a terrible liar. Moments like these remind me of how pure she is at heart. Though I can't deny that I also find that aspect of her rather cute.
白状します。実はレン君を酔わせて眠らせようとしてました。
Then you're gonna join me in my bed? Make me go to sleep? Why?
サキュバスの能力で好きな人と添い寝をするとエッチな夢を見せられるの。
Oh, you wanted to share a wet dream with me. The power of a succubus. Sleeping beside someone they loved allows them to share a lewd dream or two during the night. No wonder one of their more apt names is Dream Demon. I actually don't have a lot of wet dreams, guys. A lot of my dreams are more obscure and weird. Usually have a lot of gore. So, you know, me seeing like lots of dead body being dismembered and stuff. And then there's like ghosts and stuff sometimes. So it's a lot more of a peculiar dream than something that would usually be happy or relaxing. I have fun with those dreams though. It always feels like an adventure whenever I remember my dreams. Even though sometimes it does get scary. But why would you go so far just for that?
だって他の女の子にレン君が取られちゃうんじゃないかと思って。
I don't think one of the reasons I don't get a lot of wet dreams though is because I masturbate like pretty frequently. So the reason why you get wet dreams in the first place is because probably your semen production is kind of full capacity, right? So your body is telling you you need to, you know, get rid of the stuff, basically.
付き合いの長い幼なじみの私でも危機感を覚えているわけですよ。はい。
Okay, I see. I'm actually grateful that she thinks so dearly of me.
今の私はジェラシックパークで大暴れ中なの。だからポンコツの私でも今はこの能力が使える気がするの。今は大丈夫な気がする。そんな気がする。
It seems Riria won't be denied any longer. And to reach her goal, she was even ready to bust out her innate power to appeal to me. That's the raw truth of the situation. You know, I feel like even if I get a girlfriend, if I'm really this close to someone with my childhood friend, my relationship with them will never change. If my girlfriend tells me to change my relationship with my childhood friend because she's jealous of them, then I don't think you're the right girl for me. We're probably gonna break up after that. Because who cares? Like, I'm not gonna change my relationship with my best friend just because you tell me to.
レン君、おとなしく私の能力を試してみる気はない？
No matter how you ask, that's a tough decision to make. She's planning on making me have a wet dream with her in it. Be it in a dream or not, it's hard to picture myself going all the way with someone I'm not even dating. But it'd be downright crazy for me to use that as an excuse at the moment. By the way, you keep saying my power over and over, but does it have an actual name?
この能力の名前？バックトゥーザイムだよ。
Huh? Back to the what? I'm trying to listen to her Japanese. Back to the what? Where's that replay?
バックトゥザイムだよ。
Back to Zaim? What? I don't know what the heck that is. Zaim? I like not to discuss a ridiculous name choice. I mean, it's hard to think of a way to abbreviate that, much less say the whole thing aloud. I'm just going to refer to it as simply a wet dream from now on.
今日は絶対にバックトゥザイムをレン君に試してやるんだから。レン君が寝るまで私は眠ったりしないんだから。
Hey, don't fall asleep instantly. Just carry her to her bed, Ren. Wow, she really did just pass out. Seriously, what's her game? A thought crosses my mind as I watch her snooze. She's a heartwarming girl to watch. Riria's been this earnest and cute to me for as long as I can remember. Suddenly learning that she's not quite human was quite the shock, I'll admit. But in the end, Riria is still the same old Riria to me. It's about time I sorted out how I feel. Seriously this time. What exactly are my feelings toward Riria? Childhood friend? There's obviously no question that I care about her. She's irreplaceable to me. And I refuse to accept the idea of her ever being with another man. Yeah, I don't really care about other people being with other people. Yeah, I've never felt that way before about anyone, guys. I don't care if my niece has like a boyfriend. I don't care if my sister has a new like boyfriend, I guess, or husband. I don't care if my brother has a new wife. It's their life. Like, who am I to judge them? I don't have any like emotions about that towards anyone.
レン君好き。
I guess I should carry her to bed for tonight. I shouldn't just leave her sleeping here of all places. So I reasoned with myself, standing up, and then...
レン君逃がさないんだから。
Suddenly, her hand grasps my ankle. Ouch! I fall headfirst to the ground. Are we gonna have sex because of this? Because we passed out? Ugh, I guess we are. Where am I? I look around only to realize that I'm at the old apartment. I'm pretty sure I was just at the dorm. A second glance around the room shows that it's as bright as daylight outside.
陰夢との遭遇。
A wet dream. Oh, so Riria knocked me out then. Meaning I'm actually in a dream. I've never actually fall like hard enough to actually make me pass out, guys. I have passed out, but that was because I was drowning before because I couldn't swim. But I've never really passed out because, like, say, I got knocked out when I'm in the ground, or you know, when my feet are placed on the ground. But I still feel conscious. I can still move my body and smell things. I wouldn't have thought this was a dream. Is this one of those lucid dreams people speak of? Rather aggressive of you to KO me and drag me into a dream of your making, isn't it?
え、気絶？何それ？
Well, if you don't know, never mind. That's not the point I need to discuss with her.
というわけで、ここは夢です。陰夢というやつです。私はサキュバスなので、とてもエッチなことをしようと思います。もちろん、レン君には逃げ場なんてありません。
If this is really our first H scene with Riria, this is probably like the fastest H scene to date on any of the routes. Are you serious? If that's true, then there's no point resisting. And I'm a guy, might as well resign myself to my fate. Alright, I'm all yours. Boil me, bake me. Have me however you want.
じゃあ、まずは手つなごう。
Okay, Riria's probably not gonna do something ridiculous though. Okay? As she demands, I reach out and grasp her hand.
なんだかすごくドキドキするね。
Yeah, I guess so.
レン君の手大きくてあったかいね。
And your hands are small but soft. It's so easy to forget how soft the girl's hands can feel. But somehow I feel like I'm more sensitive to Riria's touch than usual right now.
次は横になろ
I draw close and recline next to Riria.
変化の匂いがする
Yeah, the fact that Ren, unlike me, who really doesn't want the situation at all, Ren just goes with it. He follows his libido quite thoroughly. And I can smell you too, even though we're in a dream. I'm not denying the fact that masturbation or sexual stuff is, you know, it feels good, guys, but I'm definitely one of those guys that try to deny my own instincts. We're not base animals. We want something in this life that's more than just feeling good. And that's what I'm trying to pursue in my life. So, I'm not trying to be like a hypocrite or anything, right? I'm not saying that you can't fall into lust, you can't follow your libido. You can. And feel people are free to do that. I just don't want to. It's just a me thing. I don't want to do that. I refuse to do that. Her scent is feminine, sweet, and somehow fluffy. It's not exciting me as much as making me feel relaxed.
レンコンもうちょっとそっち行って
And then what?
ずー
Oh, come on, are you a toddler? How does she still act the same way even in what's supposed to be a lewd dream? Ah! Suddenly, I'm yanked back into the real world.
スピースピー
I kinda knew this was gonna happen, considering this is your area. Maria's still sound asleep with a satisfied look on her face. Man. It's clear in this relationship that Ren is the one that actually wants to fuck her instead of the other way around. Like, Riria probably wants to do that too, but she probably doesn't mind taking her time doing it. Though I don't know why she did give us the blowjob the first time. She said it was out of jealousy, but I do think it was a bit out of character for her. In terms of how the game works, I know that the developers just want to give a sex scene for every single girl. But you know, in terms of personality, it doesn't fit, right? So I really felt like they should have made Riria special and not gave her an H scene with us. Because that actually would make me appreciate her a lot more. Because she's one of those girls that didn't have any sexual tendencies with us on the common route. I bring Riria back to her bedroom and let her keep at it.
あらレン君泣きまくらねえレン君
Yeah, to me this just feels inconsistent now because we've already done so much more and yet all she wants was me, like, lying next to her and also holding hands. Very inconsistent. Riria seems awash with sleepy delight, a little line of drool now hanging from the corner of her mouth. Well, Riria's still Riria in the end. Okay, that's some odd sleep talk. I mean, let's be real though, guys. People who are playing this game are never gonna be as analytical about the story as I am. People who play this game definitely come here to just feel good and fap. I mean, that's the reason why I play this in the when I wasn't Let's Playing it. But in a Let's Play, I definitely have, like I said, a lot more somber mind, a lot clearer mind, not clouded by horniness. She gets drowsy even in her own dreams. Is that so hard? So now Riri is dreaming within a dream. And within that dream, perhaps another. Maybe an infinite dream and dream loop. Spooky. I really should let my imagination rest and get some shut-eye. I lie down next to Riri on the bed. It's been so many years since we slept in the same room together. And it's not like I'm not a little pent up at the moment. I'd be lying if I said I was unaffected by her feminine charms, so to speak. Honestly, seeing her this defenseless does stir up a mischievous mood in me. Good night, Riria. I would have just left her in her room. instead of sleeping with her in my bed. I reach for a quick feel of her breasts, and then fall asleep just as quickly. Very gentlemanly of you, Ren. I wake to the pleasant sound of birds chirping. It's morning again, and the sun is up.
おはようレン君。昨日はすごかったね。あんなことやこんなことまでしちゃって。
Crazy, was it? We held hands and slept beside each other. Apparently that counts as crazy stuff to do in Riria's mind. There's a good girl. I pat her head as I always do.
満足。はあ、満足したから学園に行く準備しなくちゃ。それじゃあレン君、また後でね。
With a pleased look on her face, Riria waltzes out of the room. I think out of every girl so far, Riria's probably the only one that can follow along with the no sexual things that I want in a relationship. Every other girl kind of just wants to dig in very easily. Guess I should have expected that.
違うの、そうじゃないの。本当はもっとすごいことするはずだったのに。
There, there.
で、私はもう騙されないからね。
I'm really not trying to distract her on purpose, but whatever. I see no problem with it.
よくない、全然よくないよ。もう一回チャンスをください。今からもう一回ねよ。もう一回、もう一回、もう一回。
Riria stamps her feet, half crying. But as good as it is to see her like this, you know we don't have the time for that. We have to get to school. I mean, you still enjoyed yourself though, right, Riria? I'm pressing my enter button, by the way, guys. This stupid keyboard, I swear.
余裕ぶってられるのも今のうちなんだからね。絶対にサキュバスの凄さを教えてあげるんだから。
Will I ever come to comprehend what succubi are capable of? Only time will tell. Well, we've already seen what Reika-san's capable of. And I don't like it. Well, time to get some sleep to help make it through tomorrow. Wishing for sleep, I turned back to my bed and lay down on my side.
にへへ、今日も来ちゃった。
I'm gonna have to go to bed a lot today too.
レン君、今日もよろしくね。今日もいっぱいあんなことやこんなことしようね。
Riria's been invading my room almost every night since the first time we shared this bed, however many days ago. It's come to a point where she's treating her presence in my bed as typical as everyday routine. I assume that by wilder you mean falling asleep even earlier than usual.
大丈夫だもん。今日こそは任務を成功させるんだから。
I should note at this point that, to this day, she has yet to seal the deal even once since she started trying. The furthest we've gone is holding hands in real life and sleeping beside one another. We might as well just be besties at a sleepover.
今日こそサキュバスの本気を見せてあげるんだから。それじゃあ失礼してレン君の隣いただきます。
She snuggles up next to me as I lie there in my sleeping pose. I mean, if I had a female childhood friend, I wouldn't do this though. As I said, I actually am one of those guys that don't like physical contact all too much.
レン君、おやすみなさい。任務の中で会いましょう。
So even though we are going to be close, we're childhood friends, I'm still gonna have some limitations or distance. Yeah. Good night. Jeez, already? I don't mind sharing a bed with Riria, really. Her good looks are likely to blame for my lack of aversion to it. But I'm not losing any sleep. If anything, I feel perfectly healthy and clear-minded despite this.
レン君だけ枕いい匂いだよ。
And it does warm my heart to see her sleep like that. It makes the whole affair of sleeping that much more enjoyable. That being said, there is a small part of me that's growing increasingly annoyed by that innocent shriek of hers. I mean, that's just because you're fucking pent up, Ren. Just fap or something. You're gonna clear your mind.
レン君、今日も来ちゃったよ。
Why would this bother Ren at all? Like, the only reason why he's bothered by this is because he's the one that actually wants to pounce on Riria, right? Me, as a third party who doesn't like Riria or, you know, am indifferent towards her, I just see her as a little sister or something when she does that. And if we don't do anything, I don't think anything is gonna escalate. Things are just gonna stay as they are. And I'm fine with that. Another fine job of preparing the venue, Riria.
いえいえ、これも幼馴染サキュバスの務めですから。
She hasn't even come dressed in her succubus getup this time. In truth, I'm starting to doubt that her primary goal in dragging me into these dreams is anything lewd in the first place.
それにしても、昨日はすごかったね。
As much as all the rest, it went exactly the same way.
昨日はね、ちょっと指の絡め方が違ったの。もう、レン君たら、そんなことにも気づかないんだから。いわゆる恋人つなぎってやつだったでしょ。もう。
Oh, that's what you meant.
それじゃあ、今日もあんなことやこんなことしよう。
You're just gonna fall asleep before anything happens again.
今日こそは大丈夫だよ。そんな気がする。
You've been telling me that every time you show up here lately.
そうだっけ？
Yes, you have.
まあまあいいじゃないですか。今日こそは成功させてみせますよ。私の中ではジェラシックパーク2が絶賛公開中なのです。
Whatever you say, girl.
どう？ポップコーンでも食べながら一緒に見ちゃう？レン君、どうしたの？急に黙っちゃって。
I'm getting more and more irritated now. Honestly, I'm getting sick of this happening night after night. This is, in a word, exhausting. Mentally speaking, I mean. She's essentially blue-balling me at this point. She is? She doesn't even touch you. That's not even blue-balling. The reason why you're thinking this is because, like I said, you are the one that wants to have sex, Ren.
レン君、手繋いでもいいかな？
God, I don't understand Ren, man. Me and Ren, I feel like there's... The compatibility rate between me and Ren is very, very low. She fidgets in embarrassment and looks me in the eye. Sure, that look of hers is innocent and cute in its own right, but it's having the opposite effect on me right now. My patience has run too thin to tolerate it anymore. That attitude is just pissing me off instead. Enough of this. I pushed Riria over onto the bed. Riria. Yeah, this is what you've been waiting for, isn't it?
なんだか今日のレン君ちょっと怖い。
Riria's eyes begin to tremble slightly. Our faces are extremely close together. We might accidentally kiss at this distance.
ダメだよレン君。こんなのいきなり。
Yeah, if I was Ren, I probably wouldn't do it, Riria. We haven't married yet, so no sex until marriage. But I guess that's not that's not a mentality that even the average teenager has anymore nowadays. Yeah, I know that. My head has cleared a bit now that I've pushed her down. Angry or not, what was I about to do to her? Ugh, I'm the worst man on earth. I scared you, didn't I? It's a bad idea to be half-assed about what we do together. I pull myself away from her and rise from the bed. Here, Riria. Can you get up? Oh god, my neighbor is using the freaking grinder again.
ありがとう、レン君。
Men are beasts, just as I show you, so don't provoke me like that anymore.
うん。
If you understand, then go back to your room. Hopefully he doesn't use it for too long. For the last couple of days, he hasn't really been using it past 1 p.m.
やだ。
Oh, come on, why not?
帰りなさいって言われて帰るほど遊びじゃないもん。私だって本気なんだよ。
Riria.
さっきレン君は期待してるんだろって言ったよね。そうだよ。期待してるんだよ。レン君とエッチできることを期待してるんだよ。期待してなきゃ毎日こんなことしないよ。
One look at Riria's face tells me she's saying all of this in earnest. Her eyes, previously shaking in anxiety, are now fixed on mine. And I gotta... Give me a sec, guys. I think I need to go talk to my neighbor. This guy is... And I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah, he was only using it for about 2 minutes or 3 minutes. But the problem was because there was no BGM on this scene. It was a lot more apparent, even on my microphone. So usually I still hear it with my headphones on because I use open back ones. But this time it was like super apparent whenever the grinder was doing its thing. But yeah, you can definitely understand why I had to go talk to my neighbor because that happens every day, guys, except for maybe Sunday.
私、ねえねちゃんだけど、そういうこといっぱい考えてるんだよ。だって、レン君が好きだから。私、子供じゃないもん。私だって、ちゃんとできるんだから。
You mean that? God, this game really pisses me off too, though. I don't care whether or not you're an adult or not. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean you need to have sex.
本気だよ。レン君とエッチなこと、できるんだから。おらー。
Riria suddenly jumps at me. Riria, you make short work of pushing me down. Get your nut comes to Azaikyousuke. I probably wouldn't have mind if that guy still used the grinder, to be honest, because I'm not gonna be voice acting this. Sadly, guys, a lot of the H scenes in this game, they're not really something that you want to voice act. There are something you want to fap to, but they're not really something you want to voice act. I miss voice acting the Rants H scenes, dude. Rants is just so different compared to everyone else. But yeah, people on YouTube, I'll see you guys in a tiny bit. People on Patreon, enjoy.
落ち着いてなんかいられないよ。これはね、何かの間違いなの。ほら、これサキュバスにとっては普通のことだから。だからそんな本気で、本気にしなくても、本気にしないでね。 お
Wait, what did I miss? What the? Wait, what happened? I just came back, guys. What? I thought they were having sex. What the heck just happened? Okay, now that our little friction session is over, Ria's going back to her switched off self. Now she's floating about and flushing redder by the second. I kid you not, guys, during that scene, I literally was just going downstairs and making my protein shake. So I probably left for a good 20 minutes or so. Usually the 18s of this game is about 40 minutes, so I'm like, what the? Can't help but be amused by Ria's frantic behavior. Okay, really just calm down for a sec. Normal is it? Okay. For some reason, Ria is desperate to diminish what she and I just did. She thinks she's done something wrong. It's obvious from the shame in her voice and expression. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. If anyone's done something worth apologizing for, it's me. So she probably did something to us, I know for a fact. And I guess after that, we haven't had sex yet. I'm not assertive at all, which is why I haven't taken initiative in this relationship myself. Riri and I aren't even technically dating, okay? It's happened because I routinely fail to meet her on the same level. Sorry, blah blah blah. I'm rejecting her? My words really couldn't have been more clear, I guess. My apology just now was basically meant to be the exact opposite of turning her away. Okay, without thinking, I wrap my arms around her. Okay, so after what happened, she kinda got her composure back. I see. I still feel like they're gonna have sex after this though, so we'll see. Riria chuckles to herself as her face brightens again. This is what I wanted to see. Riria looks best when she's happy. Yes? So it is gonna continue. I'm just gonna not voice act this anymore again, guys. See you guys. What? Ren? Are you kidding me? How many times did we do it? I think that was just one time, right? Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Riria. Alright, I can talk at last. So for people on YouTube, you guys missed it, but I actually thought the H scene was ending prematurely. But turns out they were just having like a spat because Riria kinda got her composure back after like the first thing that she did to Ren. Which I don't know what the hell they did, because while the H scene was going on, I just like left and went downstairs to make some protein shakes. And when I came back up, they were already like talking as if the H scene was done, and I'm like, what the? Usually the H scene of this game is about 30 to 40 minutes. And yes, it is about 40 minutes. So it was just like, you know, an intermission between the 8 scenes that they had to put. Which is a bit different, I guess, compared to all of the other 8 scenes so far, so... That was interesting, I suppose. Made me a bit shocked, though, because I'm like, oh shit, did I miss something? Did I miss a story? But turns out, nope. They haven't even gone to the sex scene yet. But okay. That was an alright H scene, I'd say. Riria and I lied down on our sides on the bed, both still quite naked. I think I can probably show this on YouTube. This isn't too bad. The last echoes of orgasm have all but faded away now. Still, the feeling of elation that came with it remains. What's with the sigh? Riria's face flushes red as she averts her eyes. But yeah, the intermission that I talked about is about Ren actually saying that yes, we are now boyfriend and girlfriend. She accepts Riria's feelings of love. Judging from her expression, I don't feel like there was any negative emotion behind that sigh. I feel like these games though, because of the long H scenes, the reason people play these games are definitely because they want to fap to them, right? I don't think people actually play these games because of the story themselves. So I don't know if this is going to be a really good playthrough for YouTube, I suppose. Because, yeah, I feel like it kind of not detriments, but it kind of feels like it's losing its impact with the main thing being the fapping fuel thing. Is what I'm trying to say. Weird, no. Erotic, hell yes. I mean, I don't really use this game a lot for like fapping and whatnot. Like, I'd rather just use something else that's a lot more darker, a lot more immoral. Like, these 8 scenes, the graphics are good, the CG is good, but the thing is, they are just too vanilla for me. I need something a lot more crazy at times, guys. You know. You actually looked happier than you've ever been when we were doing it. So unless your switch is flipped, you're not into it, huh? I don't think anyone can really get my switch flipped, to be honest. Get it on, switch. What's with that wording? Of course I do, but you're ridiculously cute either way. I'm starting to understand the charm in having a succubus for a bride. Whatever you say, Riria. I don't think I'd be able to handle you if you get any more loot than that. True.
レン君が嬉しいと私も嬉しく嬉しいことだらけだね。
Yeah, let's go with that.
そんな嬉しさを逃がさないためにも
And I really need to take a shower after this. I am so freaking hot. As in, it's so humid right now. Not having AC for the whole day is freaking insane.
レン君も協力してね。私に付き合ってね。私のこともっともっとエッチなサキュバスにして。
If Riria became an even sexier succubus than she is now, thinking rationally, I might be in source for some trouble. Having said that, trouble or not, my days with her seem like they'll be more than pleasant anyway. That was a pretty fast pillow talk, surprisingly, compared to everyone else's. The clinking of silverware and plates echoes throughout the living room. That's right, it's time for another breakfast with everyone. But suddenly, halfway through the meal,
この寮から卒業してもみんなずっともだよ。ああ、お兄ちゃん醤油取って。
trying to show off at me. Sure, here you go. Today's breakfast, I should note, is fried eggs, grilled fish, and miso soup. A very Japanese menu if I say so myself. I may say so myself. I mean, I'm the only native Japanese person in the group, but that's not the point.
ちょっと私がリア充になってしまったからって無視しないで。いじめ良くないと思います。いきなり卒業だとかリア充だいじめだと言われてもこっちとしてはさっぱり何のことかわからないのですよ。ですね、話せば長いんですけど。
In a formal tone as possible, Riria recounts everything that's happened between us up to this point. Specifically, how she and I have become an item. And how over the course of things, it might be a bit X-rated around here. Essentially, she's making the case that she's not a failure anymore. And as such, that she no longer needs to live here anymore.
というわけなのでございますよ。なるほど。話は分かったのです。
Yeah, after she had sex with us, I think she actually doesn't need to go here, to stay here no more.
私はリア充になってしまったのですよ。
I thought that Ryaju in Japanese is supposed to be like those popular, popular people, not really normal girl. People who have, I think the English translation, like the rough translation is like people who has a fulfilling life, Ryaju.
だからみんな私ポンコツ卒業します。レン君のことは嫌いになっても私のことは嫌いにならないでください。私たちずっともだよ。
So speaketh Riria Kiritani, Ditzy Diva. Excuse me, let me correct that. Riria Kiritani, ex Ditzy Diva.
ラブシーンの術。いやー。
Where the hell did that come from?
素敵。なんだか相変わらずだね。
She's done the deed though.
リリアさん、全然変わってないです。ねんねちゃん。処女膜から声が出てないこと以外に変化はないよね。
I mean, no need for that. Keep the dialogue clean.
てかみんな好き放題ってひどいよ。レン君と二人でいれば大丈夫なの。ねんねちゃんじゃなくなるの。昨晩はそんなことなかったもん。大丈夫だったんだもん。大丈夫だったよね。
Sure. As long as her arrow switches on, she can handle anything related to sex. Otherwise, she's the same ultra-shy little baby we just witnessed. But really? Even yaoi porn?
昨晩とかナチュラルにイラッとすること言ってんじゃねえですよ。
I mean, yaoi porn usually isn't even all that, Well, it is explicit, but what I'm trying to say is that usually the guys are drawn in a more kind of cutesy or cool manner, right? I think my gay friend actually prefer this genre called bara, which is usually like muscular men. That's just a different type of yaoi, basically. But normally, typically, yaoi is with guys who are a lot more girlish looking or, you know, cutesy looking. He definitely prefers those bara ones with muscular men. I don't know if there's any other genre for yaoi porn though.
これは嫉妬なんて生ぬるいものじゃないのですよ。もはやこれは憎悪なのですよ。まあ、ようやく収まるところに収まった感じ。妹が私なのは揺るがない事実だし、妹だからお兄ちゃんをいじり放題だし。寒い時は仕方なくくっつくかもしれないけど、寒くなくてもくっつくかもしれないけど。私も頑張って一人でも服が着れるようになりますから。たまには手伝ってもらうかもしれないですけど。
There really is no difference, huh?
何か薬が必要になったらいつでも言ってね。ところで新しい美薬を発明したんだけど試してみない？
These girls are starting to terrify me a little. I mean, it sounds like they're sort of congratulating us, but in an unnerving way. Should I take this as encouragement or something more sinister? Well, I guess Ruria went ahead and chose for me. Man, I think I'm a lot more, what's the word? Irritated today than usual, guys, because I kid you not, this heat and humidity is pissing me off. I am so hot right now. Holy shit. I really need to take a shower before recording the next episode. Holy crap. It's so hot. But then again, that's how I typically expect her to react. Shigeru appears out of nowhere and is apparently singing to celebrate our relationship? This discussion turned more energetic than I thought it would. I nod sagely to myself and calmly drink my soup.
リリアちゃんと藤間くん、ちゃんと付き合い始めたんだ。
てか、あれだけ好き好きビーム出しててようやくだね。
Riria and I have become a topic of gossip in no time. Actually, it happened way too fast for this to be normal. So who's been spilling the beans to everyone on campus? Probably Tama-chan.
リリアちゃんとレンちゃんが付き合い始めたらしいのですよ。
Aha, found a culprit. She's been telling every single one of her classmates.
リア充は獅子爆散した方がいいと思いませんか？
No, I don't care about them. Like people who really think about that, they really should think about their lives a bit more. Rather than caring about other people's lives, care more about yours.
いやー、割とお似合いだと思うけど。
裏山悔しいけど、納得の結果って感じだよな。
そんな答えをこっちは求めていないのです。
That's because you're a jealous piece of shit, Tama-chan. Jesus, this girl is definitely the worst character by far in this game. She's so garbage.
君たちははいはいとうなずいてイエスマンになっていればいいのですよ。
She's a tyrant.
まったく、このクラスには腐ったみかんしかいないのですか？先生の顔が見てみたいものですよ。
You're their teacher.
絶望したのですよ。
I turn away, choosing to leave Tama-chan to her antics.
リア充になってしまって悔しいけど、ね、とりあえずおめでとう。
Oh, thanks, man. He actually didn't say anything about the V-card thing. He said, you're like a Ryaju now.
おめでとう。
めでたいな。
That is so weird in translation or localization.
おめでとうさん。
Alright here, Gome-chan. What is this creature doing here? What are you doing here, Fia? Every time I see Gome, I'm just gonna picture Fia now and I'm just gonna smile. And what's with that weird cry? Can speak human words.
彼がいきなり喋ったら人が驚いてしまうだろう。
Isn't that Tama-chan's voice? Are you speaking directly into my mind?
さあ、願いを言え。破滅の願いなら叶えてやろう。
Shut up, Tama-chan. Wait a minute, that's a recording of Tama-chan! That's the sound of Tama-chan whispering!
腐ったみかんども、耳をかっぽじってよく聞くのです。黄色い声ではしゃいでないで、いい加減ホームルームを始めるのですよ。
The center of all the gossip was you, Tama-chan. Everyone seems to be thinking the same thing, but we all quietly sit down anyway. It feels like every morning in Tama-chan's class is an army drill.
よく聞くがいいのです。ケツの青い腐ったみかんども、少しだけ大人の階段登った程度で調子乗るんじゃないのですよ。今日は調子に乗ったガキどもに社会の厳しさを教えてやる授業をしてやるのです。
Really? Don't you have a lesson plan to follow?
バレなきゃ大丈夫なのです。
You're despicable.
これが大人なのですよ。大人はずるくて汚いのですよ。
I mean, you're kind of right there, surprisingly.
腐ったみかんはお前だ、このバカ者が。
学園長。
Rika-san just magically appeared out of nowhere. Seriously, this day is just full of surprises. And yelling.
あれ？
You! I need you! It's so hot here! I need you to cool my AC, or sorry, my room. It's so hot, I'm kind of like going crazy. What's up, you?
さっきからリリアが一言も喋ってない。
Isn't she just sleeping? Now that you mention it, she's right. Maria's been completely silent since we got to school. I glanced at Maria's desk beside mine. No, she's been saying stuff. It's just been in her sleep. We leave Maria alone and she sleeps for most of the day. After school, Riri and I go shopping for dinner ingredients.
みんなにおめでとうって言われちゃったね。
Aw, that's nice of them. Atta girl. I stroke Maria's head and she contentedly coos in response. That reaction is more than enough reason for me to keep doing it. I want to keep doing this forever.
これで私たちは公認のカップルだね。夫婦だよ。新婚さんだよ。いらっしゃいだね。
Indeed, Riria and I are going out now. But I'm pretty sure it's not quite the same thing as being married. Not that I wouldn't look forward to that happening eventually.
レン君、レン君。
Hmm?
このまま帰るのはちょっともったいないし、どこか他にも寄ってかない？せっかくのおデートなんですからね。
And just plan for a date on the weekends, Riria. True. Okay. I take Riria's hand and we walk around the parts of town we already know by heart. I feel like these impromptu dates are not as interesting because we don't have a plan on where to go. And on the way, we find ourselves taking a detour to where I used to live. But maybe they could be interesting in their own way. It's been so long since I saw my old home. Thanks to your wet dream thing, I don't really feel like I've missed this place much.
そうだね。今だね。
Riria seems to be in a weird mood. Like she's panicked or unsettled somehow. Her face is reddening, and she's begun to fidget. What's got you so jittery all of a sudden?
いやー、その。
Oh, do you need to use the bathroom? Go ahead, nobody's stopping you.
もう違うってば。ちょっとイムのこと思い出しちゃって。スイッチが入っちゃいそうだなって。
Already? Are we gonna do a second H scene already? This is gonna be just like freaking Emmy. You guys are freaking... You guys are nymphos. Yeah, I have a hard time figuring out how it works myself. Sometimes I can get turned on unusually fast. Is that how it works? If so, then I can sort of understand why her libido works that way.
でも、ごめんね。
Okay, good, Riria. Good, good. Good girl. Hmm? What are you apologizing for?
実は私生理なの。
Oh, really? Her behavior today seems to confirm that. in short, we can't have sex because she's on her period. I fail to see why she'd have to apologize for that though.
ごめんなさい。
I mean, in some of the VNs that I play, in some of the Nuki gays I play, they don't care, man. They just freaking jammed it in. Sometimes those Nuki gays, I'm like, holy shit, what were they thinking when they made this? It's still hot though, but god damn, it's so like, it's so immoral. It's so dark. Deep dark fantasies, man. Hey, you don't have to apologize for that. Don't worry about it. So I guess that's why these sort of like lovey-dovey ones, sometimes with the context, they just don't do it for me no more. Because I feel like I'm kind of tainted with those type of H scenes, guys.
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいな。
I've never had a period, so I can't really get the whole picture. But you're feeling okay, right? Don't push yourself.
もう満体ってやつだよ。私元気元気。
Momantai? That's what Terriermon says in Digimon Tamers. That's like his catchphrase. I think Terriermon's a he anyway.
でも体から血が出るって結構怖いんだよ。ポルターガイストくらい怖いんだよ。
What are you talking about, Ria? I mean, I see blood all the time. Like, I kind of get hurt quite often. Well, not hurt, but more like, you know, sometimes you get a cut. Sometimes sometimes you, like, I scratch myself quite often because of mosquitoes. So sometimes I actually scratch myself and it leaves a bruise. And then it would lead to it. What's the thing that happens when your skin is like having those shell-looking things? And then when those happen, I just like try to get those off, and then I get blood all over it. Her tone doesn't exactly convey how the experience feels. Lacking the menstruation experience, it's difficult to find a good reference point. And so, I try to imagine myself bleeding from Ren Jr. down there. Yeah, that's terrifying. I don't want to think about that ever again.
所長の時はね、すっごいびっくりしたな。でもこれでレン君の赤ちゃんが産めるんだって思ったりもして嬉しかったの。
I mean, if I actually if blood actually like comes out of my dick, I'd be like super scared. That means that something happened inside that, you know, that would lead to me spewing blood. Ugh! Just thinking about it is giving me the goosebumps. You've been planning around that since you were a kid. There we go. I don't know if I should feel touched or scandalized. But on a basic level, knowing that she's always felt this strongly for me is a pleasant thought. A bout of shyness starts to overtake me.
レン君は精通っていつ来たの？
I think for me, when it was like 4th grade or something. Like, I don't care about telling about you guys this because I'm not embarrassed telling about that. I first knew of masturbation at the age of 12. Well, the age of 12 is when I know the act is called masturbation, but I've been doing it since 4th grade. Ah! What's with that question?
私、レン君の性事情に関しましては、聖杯を求める考古学者並みの探求心なのですよ。
I can't remotely remember when my first ejaculation was.
じゃあ、他の疑問質問。初めての裏ネタって私？
Hentai? Hey, come on! And that's why I never actually use porn, guys. As I said, I actually abhor porn because uncensored porn back in the day was really disgusting in my book. Like, a lot of those porn actor pussies are just weird looking and disgusting looking. It's a bit better now, but I still definitely prefer 2D compared to 3D stuff.
じゃあ、エミちゃん？
Oh, she's talking about specifically. I never fapped to anyone in the real, like in my vicinity. I actually think that's strange.
もしかして私のママ？
But I know the fact that the way I'm thinking is the strange one, right? People actually use their environment to fap rather than digital stuff. No. Reika-san does look pretty young and sexy for her age. I can see that happening, but no.
オナニーは一日何回するの？
I mean, back in the day, I used to actually jerk off once a day. Are you assuming I do it at least once a day?
今後は一人で出しちゃダメなんだからね。
Okay. I don't really mind doing it with you instead, but like now, there are times when I have no other choice. I mean, I am a guy after all. How did it come to me and Ruria talking about masturbation? What do you mean? There's no time that you have to actually ejaculate. Like, we have self-control, guys, as I said. If you have self-control, I have done a year of no masturbation before. Like, this was a couple of years back, maybe like 2 to 3 years ago. And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you have self-control, you can do it. It's just, I feel like there's no benefit to it, so that's why I started masturbating again.
だよね。生理の時はどうしようもないよね。あ、そういう時は口とか手ですればいいんだ。でも、レン君じゃ口で我慢できないよね。
I mean, we can do your butt if you want to. Are you adventurous, Ruria-san? Well, wait, Ruria-san, slow down that train of thought.
口でも我慢できないなら、
There we go.
後ろでしてもいいの？
I don't think that's a problem for me. Back to...
お尻の穴、試してみちゃう？どうする？
Are you okay with that?
ちょっと恥ずかしいけど、私はいいよ。
Are we doing it right now? Suddenly, I find myself very much in the mood. Riri and I are the only people in the house right now, and my parents aren't about to come back anytime soon. We'll be alone here this whole time, and I'm pretty sure they'd forgive us for using this place. Plus, my manhood's telling me that I'm not going home until we go a round or two. Whatever you want, Ren. Whatever you want, my dude.
こんなに明るいのに、こんな格好なんて。
Before they even zoom out and you guys showed the 8 scene, patreon.com/Azaikyousuke. Alright, back to me not talking anymore. I'm just gonna go get some, like, Sprite Zero and listen to this while this plays. People on YouTube, I'll see you guys in a bit. After this 8 scene though, I'm probably gonna call it an episode and then go take a shower. I really need a shower, guys. It's so fucking hot. Alright, we're back. And we're done. Ooh, that scene was pretty damn hot. Though I do wonder, so, correct me on my biology, guys, but the reason why girls menstruate is because their walls are actually like getting purified, right, or whatever, because the egg is basically, an unfertilized egg is being secreted, right? So their walls are, you know, being friction, and that's why they're basically trying to clear out the you know, unfertilized egg, right? That's why they menstruate. So is the reason why people don't want to have sex usually when people are menstruating because they might be like spewing blood when the dick is inside of the women? Is that why? Because Riria was actually putting her fingers inside there, so I'm like, huh? Shouldn't she not want to do that because it's probably going to hurt? Because of what's going on inside of her vagina? So I don't know. That was the, like, they were doing that and it was a hot scene, and that was the only thing that I was thinking. I'm like, what is she doing? Is she like not caring anymore that she's gonna get hurt because it's so good? Because it was so, yeah, like, you know, because the act itself was so good. But damn. Also, one last thing. So now that I play Amayui and this game, I have a comparison of the voice acting when it comes to the 8 scenes, right? The voice acting in the 8 scenes in Amayui, they're very natural. In this one, you can definitely hear the moans being very exaggerated. And while I do think the Amayui scenes are nice because it shows that, you know, the women or the girls are enjoying it and they're being their true selves. But when it comes to fapping, I do think that these exaggerated moans are way better. So, more plus to the voice acting in this game. Gotta give them props where it's due. But okay, I think this is gonna be where I call it an episode, guys. I need to take a fucking shower. I'm probably gonna have to wait until the like AC service guys are here until I make the second episode. So probably not gonna be doing that until later in the day because I am so hot, guys. You have no idea how hot this is right now. It's killing me, this heat. Ooh, this heat and humidity. I hate Indonesia, man. This is the only time when I hate Indonesia, when it's this hot. And it's always this hot. It's when I don't have AC. But okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. YouTube memberships are also getting these episodes early access, but nothing uncensored. But I do think you guys should just go to Patreon for this series in particular. The 8 scenes are pretty damn good, guys. The FAP anyway. Like, if you guys want to have some romantic 8 scenes, Amayui is the way to go. Amayui, and then probably, I wouldn't say 9-9 is that romantic. I would say that Aokana is pretty romantic. I love the Misaki 8 scenes. Even though I know that I kinda was harsh about that last 8 scene because it was like back-to-back. On Misaki, I mean. But yeah, I enjoyed it though. And also for people on YouTube that aren't on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member because that's gonna be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. Okay, I'm gonna go get a shower. Whoo! Whoo! So hot. See you guys.